Hey, what's up guys? Imran here, Monster Gadgets. I hope you're all having a wonderful day where you might be. And right now, as you can see, it's actually hailing outside. It is 48 degrees here in Naperville. You guys can see my charge at 93%. So we are actually on our way to Michigan. And so we're starting off with a bit of a hailstorm here. So we'll see how the rest of our trip is. But if you guys can see there, this is, yeah.
At least it looks pretty.
It does look pretty, but it's kind of crazy that it's hailing with 48 degrees
You can
out.
see on the windshield thingy.
Yeah.
Could it scratch the car?
No, the car should be okay as long as it's not bigger hail. So this is the first time I'm driving in hail with my Tesla. So again, right now we're actually on our way to Michigan, so we're at 93%. That's what I charged up to. This is the first time I'm going to Michigan with all four of my kids. Well, let me turn the camera around. All right, now that you guys can actually see me, okay, that's the way I did. I'm actually gonna post this on my channel.
I know.
Okay, you want that posted?
Yeah, hi.
All right, this is my eldest daughter, Zoya. We've got Zaina and Zian in the back. Right now, the youngest one is missing because we're gonna go pick her up from our daycare. And then we're gonna go ahead and head out to Michigan. So it is 4:28. It's supposed to be about a 5.5 hour drive without charging stops, without stopping for the kids and things like that. So we'll keep you guys posted on how our trip's going, but we'll make a couple stops to charge, and hopefully we can utilize that time to eat and also use, the bathroom for the kids. But I will vlog the whole time there, so you guys get this full experience traveling with 4 kids in a Tesla Model 3 Performance. We're going to be covering about 325 miles today. 4 kids.
I don't count. I'm not hard to handle.
You're a teenager. All right, let's go pick up the youngest one. We've got the youngest one now, Zara, from daycare. Zara, say hi. Hi. So now it is 4:46, and now we're going to go ahead and... She's saying Zoya go daddy dada, basically my parents' house. That's what
Me.
she
She
calls
said
them.
me. I go. Not the other kids. Me.
Yeah, everyone goes.
Oh,
All right.
he said Zoya.
So our first stop is going to be in about 3 hours at the first supercharger. So we'll check in with you guys there, see how much we get there with. But right now I'm sitting at 89%, and 3 hours. Actually, I'm sorry, 2 hours and 26 minutes, which is about 170 miles. That's what it's showing. So, all right, we'll check in there. What? The mask? Yes, you can take the mask off. Alright, so I did a bit of a change to our plan. Instead of stopping at St. Joseph, Michigan, we're going to stop at Portage, Michigan. That way we can go ahead and have Hungry Howie's Pizza, which the kids love. And then there's also a gas station there, so we can get some snacks for our rest of the trip. So right now it looks like we're going to make 2 stops, which is going to be the first one, the Portage one. We'll get there with about 19% charge. Right now, let's see, I've got 160 miles available, 56% charge right now. So we'll get there with a 18% charge. And then it's telling us we're going to have to charge there for about 25 minutes, but we'll probably end up charging for a little bit more. That way you can go ahead and have our food or dinner and charge up a little bit more, as long as the stalls are free. If the stalls are busy or there's more cars, then I'll only probably charge for 25 minutes and move my car. So I'll let you guys see what that charger looks like once we get there. But that is the update for now. Have been on and off for auto drive. For the most part, I've been driving myself, but I did engage auto drive for a little bit of the trip, and so far it's been a rock star, and it's been helping out quite a bit. So next stop is Portage, Michigan at 7:39 p.m. It is 6:17. See you guys soon. All right, so we are stopped in Marshall, Michigan. Zoe didn't want to be on camera, so we'll not show her. But we stopped here for pizza. We had a little bit of a issue. So I accidentally put the wrong supercharger in the car. So we ended up going to Portage, Michigan, which is about 30 minutes west of where we're at right now. My ideal stop would have been here, so we can get some food and we can basically charge up as we're eating. So we made a quick stop there because the kids were really hungry, and now we are eating here while the car is charging. The nice thing is I was able to charge a bit over there because they wanted to go to the restroom, grab some snacks from Meijer. And so now we're gonna have dinner, let the car charge. I did get an alert that it's in a high area, meaning high usage area, which means as soon as it hits 80%, I have to go move my car just because there's a lot of cars that are coming here or are parked here. So, Sienna, say hi. All right. So we're gonna go and eat, and then I'll show you guys the superchargers that are outside. All right, guys. So I didn't record yesterday, and here's why. So I left the Marshall supercharger, and was gonna come home, of course, to my parents' house. And at that time, as I mentioned in the video, it was at 80% capacity because there were a lot of cars that were there. So I pulled my car aside, and I actually forgot to record as I got into the car. So basically, what happened was, for Marshall, we left with 80% charge, and I would have stopped in Livonia, which is kind of about 35-40 minutes away from my dad's house or my parents' house. But I didn't stop because my youngest one, Zara, at that time was sleeping, and if I would have stopped, I would have probably woken her up and she would have been upset. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go all the way. So I made it to my parents' house with about 29% battery left. Now the issue was I didn't have enough charge basically for the rest of the day today, and my parents don't have a NEMO charger or any other charger at home. So now what I'm doing is I drove about 15 minutes away from my parents' house to a city called Roseville, and so I am currently charging here in Roseville. I dropped my kids off at my brother's house, which is about 5 minutes away from my parents' house, so they're hanging out with him while I charge here. I do need to go into Meijer to buy a few things, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that while that's happening. But right now, as you guys can see, I have about, let's see, 22% is, actually I pulled up here with about 20%, so right now it's charging, so I'm up to 22%. So that's where I'm at in, again, Roseville currently. But after I get done charging here, the reason why I needed to charge for today was because we're gonna take the kids out to a cafe in Dearborn, which is about 35-40 minutes away from where my parents live, which is in Warren. So I need enough charge to be able to go there and come back and still have enough charge for when I leave tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and charge here at the super station, go back, do my things for today, hang out with the family, go to the cafe with the kids, my brother and my parents, and then tomorrow morning is when I will head back from here, Michigan, back home to Naperville, Illinois. So I don't think I'm gonna record my way back, but I want to at least give you guys a real life scenario of some of the struggles and some of the planning you have to do if you have a EV. So I can't even imagine, quite honestly, if it wasn't a Tesla, because there isn't as many super stations or supercharging stations available for other cars as there are with Tesla, where it makes it very convenient. If I don't charge one time, I can just go to the next charger and charge and still be okay. But in this case, because again, I couldn't make an extra stop last night, I did have to go out of my way today, just because again, my parents don't have a charger at home, and it would take forever through a normal wall outlet, so I didn't do that. So it is a bit of an inconvenience if you don't plan, but as long as you plan, you can get by and travel with an EV, especially a Tesla, with absolutely no problem at all. So if that's your fear, just don't even think about that. You can do it, and especially with gas prices nowadays. I was actually calculating how much I saved. So if I would have brought my truck, that truck, it averages about 11 miles per gallon, and it would have been about $250 just on gas, coming and going back. Where with supercharging, luckily, because I have my old referral programs, and because all of my viewers, all of you guys have used my referral code, I actually have a ton of, I think I have 15,000 supercharging miles for free. But even if I didn't have that, it would cost probably about, if I was to guess, about 12, 15 at the most, no, probably about $12, $13 to charge one way. So you're talking $30 maybe equivalent. That's probably even more. It's probably like close to $20, $25 compared to the $250 I would have paid to bring my truck here, a gas truck. So I think it's a win. Even if I have to go a little bit out of my way to charge for a little bit, it's definitely a huge cost savings when you are traveling. I just realized today is actually my 1 year anniversary or birthday. I don't know, what do you call it? 1 year today is when I got my car, and I'm about to hit 16,000 miles on it. So I've driven this car 16,000 miles in a year, which is pretty typical. I normally drive between 12 to 15,000 miles a year in my cars. So I'm about to hit 16,000 miles on this one, and it's been an amazing journey. I wouldn't trade it in for the world. I absolutely love my car, and it's just been a fun driving experience. My first EV ever. So I would highly recommend it if you are in the market and looking for an EV. That's just my 2 cents. You will not regret it by any means. So that is it for my trip. I don't know if I'm gonna vlog the rest of the day today. I'll see. It might be an added bonus, but we'll see. All right, so as I mentioned, I will show the rest of the day today. So we just came out to a place called Kitty Cafe. Oh, Kitty, what's it called? Oh, Kidcadia, where they have this really cool play area for the kids, basically a big jungle gym type of thing. And then they have a cafe for the adults to sit out and hang out at. So we brought the kids here so they can have some fun, burn off some energy. But Xian decided to eat while he's here, so he's having some fries. How are they? Good. For those of you, alright, my parents don't want to be on the video, so we'll keep them off. I was just gonna ask them if they want to be on it, but they said no. So we'll keep them off of it. But yeah, the kids are gonna play here and burn off some energy, and then I'm gonna go back and have dinner with the family, and then head home after that. This place that I'm currently at, it's in Dearborn. So from Dearborn to where I'm staying with my parents, it's in Warren. So it's about a 30-minute drive. And right now my car is parked outside. It's got 79% charge left, so plenty of charge for the day. And then yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on our next stop. But right now we're gonna hang out here for a bit. Alright guys, so I just got back home after having dinner. The place that we were going out for dinner for burgers was literally 5 minutes away, so I figured it wasn't much to record. I left there and got home, and I've got basically, it's about 11 p.m. now, about 55% battery left, so I'm gonna leave it overnight, unplugged in the driveway, and then tomorrow morning when I take off, I'll stop by and get it charged on the way. So it'll give me enough to get to the next supercharger, charge it from there, and head out back to Illinois. So that part I'm not going to record, but this video, it being kind of a vlog as well as giving you insight on just actual practical everyday use and some of the issues that I went through with you, it is still very much possible to own an EV and be productive with it throughout your day. Do what you need to do. With me leaving 55% charge, I've got enough charge. If I wanted to stay an extra day and do something, I would have enough charge to do that. So if you've got fear of range, again, don't think about that. It's not an issue. And this is just a living example. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video / some vlogs, some family time, some insight on my personal life. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.